Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Saturday, the 27th of July, 2024. I hope you are keeping well. It's a long weekend here in Bangkok. Monday is a holiday for the King's birthday. So, anyway, I went to bed pretty early last night. I was just tired, so when I got back... Actually, the drive wasn't too bad, but my Friday evening drive wasn't too terrible, but I was tired anyway, so I went to bed fairly early. And that meant, of course, I woke up in the middle of the night because, you know, I can only sleep a certain amount of hours, right, as an old man. And I thought I'll switch on the radio to fall asleep with. And I turned on the news, and they said, oh, the Olympic Games in Paris the opening ceremony is underway. And I thought, oh, I had no idea the Olympic Games were actually on. I pay so little attention to sport. I really detest sport in all its forms of watching. I can't bear to watch any kind of sport, really. I just dislike it. I haven't always been like that. I wasn't like that when I was younger, but I am now. I really don't like watching sport. But anyway, I do like to watch the Olympic Games opening ceremonies. I think they're always impressive. They always showcase good things about that particular place where they're being held, and I like to watch that. So I thought, oh, okay, I just remembered I've got cable TV. I'll switch it on because I never really watch TV, and watch what was left of the opening ceremony, which was still a fair bit. The speeches and the torch running with the torch and. The Eiffel Tower, the Tour Eiffel, and stuff like that. And Paris looked so beautiful, and it was magnificent. These things usually are, and I thought it was really excellent. Really, what I saw of it was wonderful. Really placed France in a great light. Paris in particular, of course. I didn't see all of the stuff about the boats, which I'd heard about earlier on, but I missed that. But certainly the last section with the fireworks, the laser display. And when I watched it, I thought, this laser display, you know, the lasers coming through the Tour Eiffel and shining across Paris, reminds me so much of a Jean-Michel Jarre concert, especially because the music in the background was very akin to Jean-Michel Jarre's music from the 70s and 80s, and I thought, oh, it's that kind of music. And then they played a disco song by Cerrone, Supernature, which became a hit, but I actually bought on vinyl before it became a hit, because I was into that kind of music in those days. And wow. Great memories, I thought, and but I was thinking that the person who designed that must be the same age as me. That whoever designed it, or whoever decided on the musical repertoire, must be getting on a bit. It's hardly modern, groundbreaking stuff, is it? Very old-fashioned, I thought. And they finished with Celine Dion running a Edith Piaf song at the end, which was wonderfully rendered. Yeah, really, really good. I thought the whole thing was very impressive, and that's about it. I don't actually watch the sport. I have no desire to watch the sport in the Olympic Games, but I do like the idea of the Olympic Games, except for one thing. I think it's great. You know, you always get the speeches from the organisers about, you know, the humanity and the challenge and blah 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 blah, bringing countries together, etc., which is great. But what I dislike is the fact that a lot of countries use this in a nationalistic way. You know, they talk about the medals table. You know, we've seen so much politics in the past, in particular the USA and the old Soviet Union and China, you know, and the doping scandals that were involved just to get their countries' medal tables high and, you know, promote nationalism. I detest that amount. I wish that the competitors would just go there and their nationalities not even be mentioned. That would be much nicer. That would be a better... truer to the original, I think, idea. But having said that, there is something that I just heard about this year, or while they were commentators were talking about it, and they mentioned that there is a refugee team, a team without a country, you know, a team who comprises people who have lost their own nationality and are in search of a country to live in. Refugee team. Well, if I have to support any team, I'm going to support them, because I think that sounds like the right team to back, doesn't it? Okay, should we get on with the Guardians expert level puzzle for a Saturday? I'll tell you what I can see. It might seem a bit odd, but I can see the 2 and the 3 blocking this square, and I can see that we need 2 and 3 in this column. So I'm going to put 2 and 3 up there, which won't be anything, but it will give me something down here, because I can see that we need 1 and 9 down here, and we've got 9 blocking there. So we are going to have a 9 in that square, and we are going to have a 1 in that square, and our 2 and 3 will be up there. Okay, speaking of 3s, we've got 3s across like this, so we will get 3 in that square there. We have 6 blocking across this way and this way, so we'll get 6 in that square. Now I said this was 2 and 3, right? And now I see that 7 and 9 block across here, and we still need 7 and 9 there. So that's going to be a pair of 7 and 9. In fact, we've got 7 blocking up there. There's our 7, and there is our 9. I was doing all that because it meant that I was going to get this digit here, which is going to be a 4. And now I can see it much more clearer like that. Okay, the 4 up there. Excuse me, I'm going to have a mouthful of tea. I stopped drinking tea a long time ago, but now I've given myself a couple of cups per week. I'm allow myself about 2 cups a week. And I might as well have the one where I'm playing the expert level Sudoku puzzle from The Guardian. Why not? Six blocking down here will give me a 6 in that square. Eight blocks this square, so in this column there's our 8. This will have to be a 4. And the missing digits here are 1, 2 and 9, and I'm just about to pick up the cup. I'll put the cup down again. 2 and 9 are in the same row, so that's going to be a 1. Eight blocks this square. I believe we need 8 in this row. It must go there, and finishing this row will be a 5. We have 3 blocking this square, and 3 blocking this square. So in this row, that's where the 3 lives. We'll take the 3s up north, because the same thing. Look, 3 blocking up here, and up here means that in this row, that's where the 3 is, and this will finish there with a 2. 5 blocks this square, so there's our 5. This must be 8. Do we think the easy ones are over now, or are there any more to be had? No, there's another one. 4 across here and 4 up there puts 4 into that square. I wonder if we shouldn't wander around in numerical order just to find anything, if there are any more easy stragglers hanging around. I think we are missing 2, 5 and 6 in this row, and we've got 2 and 6 together, so that is going to be our 5. 5 blocking down here, across here and across there. Gives me 5 there. And in fact 5 up here and across there gives me 5 there as well, and that's the last digit, 5. Oh, so look, this looks like an interesting thing. We've got 6, 2 here, 6, 2, 6, 2 and 6, 2. Now, beware the beginner's trap. You may be thinking, you've got a unique rectangle. No, because this is over 4 different blocks, not over 2 different blocks. So that is allowable. This is wait a minute. Can that be right? 6, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2? Yes, it is okay. It's just over, it is possible. It is. We have a unique rectangle over 2 blocks, not over 4 blocks. Now, I don't know what it means though, but it means that 6, 2 has to be limited. So we've got 6 and 2 in those squares, so these cannot be 6 or 2. So they have to be 1, 7, 9. Now, is that going to give me anything? We've got 7 blocking there. We've got 9 blocking there. We've got... I don't know. Not... No, how about on this side? Then we've got 6, 2 in those squares. So these cannot be 6 or 2. There's 4 digits left. So 1, 4, 7, which we know is down here, and 8. 1, 4, 7, 8. Is that right? 7, 8. So that's a 1, 4, 7, 8 here. 1, 4, 7, 8. Oh, okay, so that's a 1. That's got to be a 1, hasn't it? 1 blocking across here will give me 1 in that square there, and the last number here is 2. 2 blocking across here says that's a 2, and the missing digit here is going to be a 9. We'll have 7 and 9 in those squares there. Let's have another look at this in case there's anything else. So this is 6 and 2, so these squares are not 6 or 2. So now they are 4, 7 and 8, is that right? And we got 7 and 8 blocking this square, so that's going to be a 4. 4 across here, 4 up here and up there gives me a 4 there. 4 across here and there and down says that's a 4. And this has got to be 7 or 8 because we have 6, 2 in those squares. 7 and 8 are here. So that means 8 blocks up here, 8 blocks up here, 8 blocks across there. That's got to be an 8. Now what? 7 and 8 are here, so these squares are not 7 or 8. They have to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, I think. 6s, 2s. Not sure. Let's excuse me, I'm hitting the microphone for no apparent reason. I'm wiping my eye, that's why. 6 and 2. Let's come back on this side in case we've done something over here that has changed now. This was 6 and 2. Remember we had 6 and 2 in those 4 squares. This is 6 and 2, so this and this cannot be 6 or 2. So we're looking for 1, 7 and 9. Any changes? No changes there. What about 6 and 2 being up here? Or let's look at this block rather. 1. What about 7s? Excuse me, 8's like this. Come on, 9, help me out. 9's up there and there. Oh dear. Actually, the 6 and the 2 block up here and the 6 and 2 block across there. So that is a pair of 6 and 2, which makes sense because that's 6 and 2 down there. Does it help? I don't know, but what's left here is 1 and 3, which makes sense because that's got to be 1 or 3 for this column. So that's 1, 3, 1, 3. What's this? Could be 1, 3. I think this is 1, 3. Oh no. It could be 6, couldn't it? Could it? Yeah. Oh, this is a kind of tricky ending here. I can't quite grasp it. There's not much to go. There's only a few numbers left. Can't quite grab hold of it here. Oh no. Damn. I've been staring at this, but I keep thinking the answer is in here. But I've worked it out, but it's not. That square is 6, 2. This square is 1, 3. This square is 1, 2. And this is 1, 3, 6, I think. So that's not going to be good enough, is it? Anywhere else I can look? What's going on up here? We've got 1s there. What else is popping up? 4, 5, 8, 3, 4. 3s are in those squares. Six and 2. 6 and 2. We need 3 digits here. 6, 2. 7, 9. It's got a tricky ending. I can't see it. Yeah. Can't see it. I'm going to have to fill in the pencil marks to finish it off because I can't see the ending here. I see some things, but not enough. Right, now I had 6 and 2 blocking up here, so and 6 and 2 across there. So we've got a pair of 2 and 6 in those squares, and we've got a pair of 1 and 3, what's left down there. We've got 1s blocking down here, and so 1s are still possible in those squares. We've got 7 and 8 in those squares. I mustn't forget that, but put those in quickly. We've got 2 blocking across here, so that gives me 2s in those squares there. 3 blocking like this, so we have 3s in those squares. 6 blocking across here and down there, So we've got a pair of 6s like that. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's done exactly as I remembered it. Yep, that's correct. No difference there. We've got a block to do up here. We've got 1 blocking across here and up there. So, oh, I've got to remember 2 and 6 are in. This is a limited. Oh no, it won't matter, will it? 1 across there. So 1's in those squares. 2 blocks like this. So we get 2's there. 3 blocks like so. 6 this way. 7, there's a pair there. And 9 is somewhere along the top row here. So again, as from memory, yeah, no difference there. Now, is there something I could see that I couldn't see? 2, 6, 9. Nope. Okay, so as remembered, so down here, our last hope is down here. 1 blocking like this. We have 1's still available in those squares. 2 blocks like this. So we have a pair of 2's here. 6 blocks like this. 6 is still possible there. 7 across there. So 7, yep, as I said earlier, still there. 8 is a pair here. Is that a pair of 1 and 8? No. 8's are there. And 9 across the bottom row here, like so. Sorry, I've got this 2 and 6. I've forgotten. I had a pair of 2 and 6. I got to remove that. 2 and 6 there. I got to remove the 6 there. Sorry, I did forget that. But I don't think that changes anything, does it? Oh, it does. Now I've got a pair of 1 and 9 here. Okay. So that's what I couldn't see. It was in this block here. Difficult to see without pencil marks. For me, it's difficult to imagine. So that has to be our 7. And this can't be a 7 anymore. This is going to be 3, and that should be enough to finish the game. 1 is in here. 3 is up there. 1 is down there. 2 goes here. 2 is in that square, so we got the 6 up here with a 2 there and a 6 there. 6 in this square. This is our 3. And what else? We need a 6 up there. We'll get rid of. We've got 1, 9, 6. 6 and 3, so that's 2. And that's our 7. 7 here, 9 there. Okay, so we do have a unique rectangle here. Not that it's important. We have 1, 9, 1, 9, 1, 9. So this can't be 1 or 9, and it can't be 7. So it's got to be 8. 8 is here. 7 is there. This is 1. 9 goes there, 1 is there, 9 is there. So a nice puzzle there with a twist at the end, a kind of plot twist right at the end for me. Maybe you managed to visualize it better than I could, but I just couldn't grab that last little bit there. Thank you very much. I'll see you another time. Bye bye.